The rumours of my working have been greatly exaggerated. Hi there guys, how you doing? I'm Tori Favreau, the Geelong-Flipper, coming to you from Geelong, Victoria, Australia, a beautiful part of the world. I'm a full-time eBay reseller and I share my life with you through these vlog series. I go thrifting, I pick orders, I tell you how much I paid for it, I tell you how much I got for it, all to encourage you to take this crazy journey on that so many of us have. I'm an author with 11 books under my belt. They're all on Amazon. And I absolutely love the fact that we get to share all this together. So come on, let's go to my little baby warehouse, the Offsite. We're going to pick some orders. We're going to talk about gratitude and anything else that comes into this little head of mine. Tori here.
Your Uncle Flip.
Geelong-Flipper. Hey guys, Tori.
Your mate Tori.
Geelong-Flipper here.
Geelong-Flipper.
Me, Tori.
Tori here.
I'm Tori.
Tori here.
Tori here. The
Geelong-Flipper.
How you doing? Working hard to make a living, starting work at 11 a.m. I should have started earlier, but I didn't. I won't finish, I don't know when. Well, hell, I work for myself. The recording contract, honestly, the recording contracts, surely they're coming in. Surely one of you guys is like, yes, I work for insert record company name here, and this guy has got the goods. He's got the goods to do his thing. Maybe not, but to do his thing. In any case, I hope that you guys are super well. It is Sunday, so weekend schedule is a little bit lazy. Well, every day. No, I can't say that. I start late most days, but I work till late most evenings. It's a choice. Today I set the alarm for 7:30. Sure, I was going to get up. Ali hit the alarm super fast, and then it was 11:15. Now it's 11:01. No, 9:15. Jeepers creepers. Can you imagine? Now it's it was 9:15. Now it's 11:01. We're off to the Offsite, and if you are new to the channel, please stick around. It's a lot of fun. And I'm very, very grateful for the fact that I have you guys as my little partners in crime whenever I do one of these videos, because I go out for a little bit and I'm by myself, and it's just nice to be able to reach out. So the Offsite is about 4 kilometers away from where we live. It's in Grovedale. We live in Belmont, and it's where our little shop is, and well, our storeroom for our eBay shops. And so I go out there and I pick orders and put stuff away. And at the moment we are hitting critical mass in the Offsite. So I've been upping how much I'm listing, and it's been causing a few late nights and other bits and pieces. If you are enjoying the content and want to see us all react in real time to each other, I do a live 4 to 5, I'll have to say 4 to 5 nights a week. Generally at 6, but I don't want to overpromise. And so yeah, you can chat to me in real time, and well, you type, I talk. But it is a lot of fun. The community comes together. We help each other. We critique each other's eBay stores and make suggestions on how they can be better. That's been such a good series, and I'm real talk here, and I don't want to be throwing away the baby with the bathwater or over-explaining, but I know if someone else does it, then someone else does it. But I think we are the only live community critiquing together. I know there's other YouTube people who do pull apart other people's stores for them, but doing it live with about 50 or 60 people all helping each other, it's invaluable. I think we are providing thousands of dollars of information for the hour that we look at a store. What do you guys think? Just pop it down below. I do like to get the comments. I am finding sometimes it's getting more and more difficult to access them, which sounds silly, but the main thing is the comments aren't always just for me as well. They're for other people who may be struggling, maybe looking for a new way of doing things. So guys, share that information. Other people read the comments. Some people read the comments on every single episode. So they're gaining so much knowledge from doing that. I think I've got about 9 orders to pick. today, and that will clear me through. Basically, that would clear me through until Tuesday, unless I get some sales today, in which case they'll want them sent by Tuesday. I try to do that to give myself a day off. I noticed last week, guys, we went on a massive thrifting journey up to Melbourne, even though it was just on our side of, like, still over an hour for us to even start thrifting in Melbourne. But we still didn't get home until 8 p.m. And then I realised on the Friday that we were going to take the next day off. We thrifted again. I love doing it. I do. It's like what I do for fun, and it's also what I do for a living. But I do need to have a lazy day off. My writing, I haven't written as much as I would like to. I need a writing day. I need to I need to give myself a writing day. So that will be my next aim, to do that. And Brizzy, if you're watching, well, I'm about to buy a toasty and a coffee, and it's thanks to you. So thank you so very much. Last night during the chat, Jen threw, like, I don't know, there were a few people. There were actually a few people. But anyhow, this is thanks to Brizzy. Ali didn't come out to the offsite today, so she misses out. If you're new to the channel, wonder who Ali is. She is the love of my life. She's my fiance. We both are full-time eBay resellers, and we do share the space and pay for it together. But I use way more of it. And yeah, I use way more of it. But today she's got all of her stock at home. She just wanted a quiet day at home, and that's fair. You guys have been giving us good suggestions on how to stay warmer there. So I need to research how much those heated jackets are. I think that would be a good game changer. I don't even care so much about me. I care about her. When she spends time at the offsite, it's a lot longer. Though I am of the opinion that Black Eye Joe is about to hook me up with something that will let me stay out there pretty much most of the day. And I do need to expedite those processes, guys, as I'm sure we all do, particularly if you are full-time. There's ways I should be able to do stuff better. I work hard. I do work hard on my business, and I work hard on making sure, like, everyone gets their stuff on time. But there has to be ways I can do better with my listing, and I think it is predominantly going to have to be a bitter pill to swallow, but it will probably necessitate me spending more time at the offsite and listing at the offsite instead of taking tubs home. If I can get a good little photo station there, I should be sweet. But yeah, the offsite is meant to be for a workplace, and I'm finding sometimes I'll start watching I watch a lot of reseller content, and I'll go, oh, that thing was interesting, and next thing you know, I'm glazing over and watching the whole episode instead of working on my own business. If I could switch that off and just do audio, that might be better for me, but I like to see what they're looking at. Just about to order my coffee and my drink, so I'll see you guys on the other side of me getting fed. All right? Okay, you can't see it, but it's actually really cold here in Geelong today. I'll see if you can see it when I do this. The camera probably won't pick. Oh, just maybe. I don't know. Anyhow, the toasty is that warm. Steam is ripping up out of it. So, yeah, it's chilly. I was just laughing with the lady at the counter there at the Beano, and I was like, it's sort of ironic. It's cold today, but yeah, I've ordered a cold drink. All right, so we're about to drive past the Oppo. You know the rules, and if you don't, these are like, I joke about this, guys, but if you're a reseller, and if I honestly do believe if you drive past an op shop and that's hot, which is good. If you drive past an op shop and there's a car park, you owe it to yourself, even if you just run in and run out, have a quick look, just a quick forage. That may be the day that bloody massive item is up there. Like yesterday, I had to run out to the offsite literally to pick up 2 items for Ali, and we stopped. I bought a comic book for myself, but it wasn't wasn't content, like it literally was a hardcover Batman comic book for myself. It was brand new sealed, and it was $8. So I got it for me. I'm a comic book nerd and I love Batman, and this particular story was, I think it was illustrated, or the cover was anyhow. No, there's no parks here. I thought there was. All right, we know the rules. There's no park, you keep going. Plus, if that car park, there's a church place back there, with it being Sunday. It's a Christian radio station, but I think they must do a live broadcast, because there's, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not particularly religious myself, but the singing and the music that comes out of there, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So maybe they do a live broadcast on Sundays, have a service and broadcast. I don't know, but the music, when you listen from a distance, it's pretty good. So I can sometimes hear it from where I am at the offsite, because the offsite's directly behind it. And we're headed to the offsite right now. So we'll get in there, get started, can have a little crunch away on this yummy toasty whilst it's hot. And we'll pack those orders up, and I'll show you what they are, and how much I got for them, and how much I paid. So as you guys know, it's all about finding the treasure, finding it as cheaply as you can, and then setting a fair market price to earn that living. So nothing wrong with earning a living. And also, like this job, the thing I do love about it is the fact that it gives some of us who've got a bit of a neurodivergence going on a chance to make a living working for yourself, and not having to sort of compromise who you are to satisfy what other people need or want. Things like that. Hey, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Hey. Ooh, oh no. That wasn't near my old, the baby offsite. You guys remember that? The guy was walking in, you know how I used to have to walk into this little passageway to get in there? He's the guy who was opposite me. Isn't that funny? Never met them the whole time. And maybe they're just new in there, I don't bloody know. But yeah, it was across from my old offsite. Oh, what are these devils doing? Got a moving truck here. Got lots of stuff going on. Hopefully I can get into my thing, do my thing. All right, so let's get in here, guys. We're at the offsite now, and if you haven't been here before, I don't know, I think it's cool, but I made it with the help of you guys, so I think it's cool as hell. Let's get in there. All right, guys, so welcome to the offsite. If you haven't been here before, I'm just going to, basically I'm going to show you guys. I know that we got the extra lights put in, and we've got the Mark Beck light up there now. So I'm going to get the power box, show you it, and then just in case you guys are new and you don't see how I power this, because this is a non-powered site. I did just notice though, and I'll have to speak to them, up in the roof there, where that is happening, condensation has dripped down overnight, just a couple of drops, and that is the only real split. So it's hitting my packing table, not my stock, but I don't like that. So I don't know how they fix it or what they do, but it needs to be fixed. All right, so let's get the power pack. It's in the car. You're not allowed to leave batteries like this, and you'll see it in a second if you haven't seen it before. Not allowed to leave batteries like this here because they would be a huge fire hazard. But so if you guys are ever lost for power, and I will plug it in, but this was $1,200. We got it on special for $8.99 and then just paid it off like through Afterpay. Yeah, this thing can run this area with 2 really bright lights, run a computer, a label printer, and everything else. It does it for about 9 or so hours. The less you're running, the longer it goes, not being silly. Like if I'm not doing YouTube, we take one of the lights off. The second light, the main light that we use the most is the new one that was kindly provided by Mark and Beck. And yeah, the other one doesn't use quite as much power, so we just leave that one off and use the brighter one that Ali can do her photography, and that I can just basically see in here. We don't need 2 lights for that. We do need the 2 lights for the YouTube stuff, because when I'm talking about things, I want to make sure that you guys can see it all okay. So I'm about to plug it in. You'll see the difference it does make to the lighting in just a moment. Have we labeled those yet? I might get the wrong... Okay, that's on. That's that one for sure. And I'll tell you, like, it's on 100% at the moment. Things should start switching on shortly. Yep, there we go. See the difference in the lighting though? And that at that power at the moment is giving us 8 hours. 8 hours of power, which is pretty darn amazing, to be honest with you. Just got to get my iPad out of the car. iPad, I forgot you guys are still with me. iPad, food and drink. And then, just because my hands are full, I'll quickly just get the stuff I'm sending. I had to bring stuff from home that I just listed because I sold 2 of the things. Now, if you are fairly new to the channel, I show everything from my death piles up above. So I'll just get this one out of the way nice and quickly. So this is a viewer sale, but it didn't go through eBay. You can contact me through Instagram if you're after any of my stuff, as I do if I'm after any of your stuff. I try to find another way to buy it. So I have bought from viewers as well to supplement my own collections of things, and it's better to not have to fee it up all the time. So this Walk and Talk Rex was shown on a recent video, and the Jurassic Park book. This is a first edition. I know a lot of people just go, "Oh, that's just a paperback." No, it is actually a first edition. It's in good condition, and so they've asked me not to say names, but this was sold to the girls, and thank you so very much. I do appreciate you, and big hugs, and thank you for all your support on the channel. So I'll be packing those during this vid. But just to let you know, I'll bring the camera over a little bit closer now that we're talking turkey. So just so as you guys are aware, so I always, on this show, folks, if you are new, just make sure the mic's working. I tell you guys how much I buy and sell things for. No one's offended by it. People are buying off me. They know what I do for a living, and they just want to support the journey. So Walk and Talk Rex, I paid $2 for it, and I sold it to the girls for $30. They are about $35 on eBay. So I just rounded down, save them a couple of bucks, but also helps me too. They're really cute. You pull the button on it, and away it goes. It is working. I do need to just double check the battery compartment. I know some people do. I don't ship stuff with batteries for the protection of obviously the postal services and also my customers. I don't want there to have been an issue with the battery and there's a corrosion or something like that. So something I always am very mindful of. This book I paid $1 for. I knew what I was looking at when I bought it. I know books. I sell mainly books, though I am not a bookseller, only a bookseller. I sell everything. So yeah, $1, and I sold it for $40. Now it is a first edition Arrow paperback of Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. So historically, for that reason alone, considering the franchises that spawned, absolutely great value, and it's nice for people to get a couple of little books like that into their collection if they're getting interested. That's why I loved when I sold a whole heap of horror paperbacks. I've got more if you're into horror books. I also write horror books, which some of them are available on my eBay store. But yeah, it's nice for people to get a book that It is. It's nice for people to get a book that they paid a bit of money for. I have done the same thing myself on some of my Stephen King books. I've paid above and beyond because I wanted the book and I treasure it and I've read it. I'm not awfully precious about them. Some of them, if they're very old, of course I look after them. But otherwise, I am just simply enjoying the book and grateful for the fact that I've been able to get it and, just basically enjoy it. Guys, I am in a bit of a rush today, so I will be, having a bit of a crunch every now and then. So while I get ready, I'm going to do that. All right, guys, thanks for waiting, even though you didn't have to wait at all. I just had part of my toasty, and I got them. I'll show you. Some people go, "What's a toasty?" Well, it's a thing of wonder. It's just a toasted sandwich. But I said, "Can you do it extra well?" So I got it nice and crunchy today, and they came through with the goods, which would have been a nightmare for the microphone. Okay, so I'm extremely lucky. I've had some good sales. I didn't even realize. I barely looked. I had some good sales overnight and made a couple of, this morning or whatever. And it looks like I've made a couple of $100. So let's have a quick look here. 2,230, 150, 200. I think I've made 210. No, they were all purchased last night when I was asleep. So there's about $200 worth of stuff there, which is good. Okay, well, we've got more to pick. More to pick, and that's a good thing. So without further ado. Oh, by the way, welcome to the gang. They are all on the store, but I like having them there to keep me company. They're cool as. But there's one little trooper that's going to be leaving us today, and we'll get to that in just a moment. All right, so Tub 31, where are you? Please, Tub 31. Oh, you're right here. Okay, g'day guys, Tori here. So this little cutie is out the door. Blue's Clues. That one I paid $3.54 at a Savers. It's an older one, but I sold it for $29 and $10 postage. And let's have a quick look here. I always try to acknowledge and thank people where I can. Okay, so this is going to Melanie. Melanie, I hope you enjoy your little puppy. Good boy. Blue's Clues is kind of cool. Okay. I remember when my kids were younger, they liked Blue's Clues. And on that day, it was weird. If you guys saw the episode on the day, I actually found 2 or 3 Blue's Clues on the same day. I just might make sure. I know it's a sitting down bluey, but I just, not bluey as, you know what I mean. I just want to make sure I didn't list 2 Blue's Clues into the same tub. And that they're... No. Okay. This is an interesting one. I got a message from someone. I've got this listed for $109. It's a Digimon action figure. Someone said, oh, it's meant to come with a tail. So, don't know. I just sold it as is. When I comped it, none of them had tails. So if it's meant to have a tail, I've got no idea. Can't see anywhere you'd clip it on, but nothing's broken. But I just said to the person, thank you so much for letting me know. Thank goodness all my sales are, please inspect the photos. You're not getting anything additional. I think I do advise you guys to do that. Just have a little caveat on your listings. That can sometimes help a lot, getting you out of trouble when you may have got yourself into some with your listings. This is a cute little one. It's a cup. I've had it for a little while, but this is why I don't sleep on cups. And we do have, we've got an order. Rubber Duck Rye, friend, channel member, told me about these boxes that he uses to ship off mugs. And I included his instructions on how to pack them on a video. We've finally got around to ordering the 150 by 150 by 150 boxes. They haven't come in yet. I may not have time to, because this one does have to be shipped on Monday. I may have to just do it my old way, which is nowhere near as good as Rise. But we do have the boxes coming, and I'll show you when they do arrive. Isn't it funny? Because we are also into reselling and what we do, Like normal people, hashtag normal people, would look at us and think we are nuts. They would absolutely think we are nuts. Oh, what? Because, you go, oh, I got these boxes. And other resellers are like, oh, what are they? How do they work? Oh, you know, if you told a normal person that you just bought new boxes for your eBay store, they'd go, oh, okay, that's good. And you tell another reseller, they're like, oh, really? Can I have a look? How do they work? How do they work? Well, it's pretty straightforward. They work like a box. Like and subscribe for more bad advice. That stuff does crack me up, but it's why I also love our community so very much. Okay, so this is a really sweet, it is Royal Dalton, okay? Disney Royal Dalton. It's a Winnie the Pooh cup. It's really cute. Paid $1 for it. I sold it for $19 plus shipping. And that is going to Peter. So Peter, thank you. I tell you what, it is funny. Like, this doesn't say a repeat buyer, but Peter, I won't say the last name, but I've sold multiple things to multiple Peter, the same last name, and they're not the same person. All right, I'm excited for this one. It's a Sanrio plush. I have shown you guys it before, and it has been bought by a channel member and friend. So it was in tub 40. It's a Hello Kitty plush. It is cute as the day is long. I was low-key... Now, in case you guys don't know, my lady loves Hello Kitty. Ellie loves Hello Kitty. But yeah, no, she was like, no, you bought that to sell ages ago. And I was like, but you can have it. She's like, no. So Rhiannon scooped it up. That is cute. That is crazy cute. So beautiful and soft plush. And I know it's going to an awesome little family. So you still get a hug, even though you're not a Care Bear. All right, go forth. You're going into a small bag. All right, but Rhiannon will lock you away from the children or animals or animal children, and you're going to have a good life. Farewell. I paid $3, and Rhiannon paid 30. Cute, labeled Sanrio. It's not a knockoff. It's just so soft though, so soft. Now, before I do this, I better put this on Puppy. Mark and Beck got me this puppy, ceramic puppy, because I kept losing my glasses. So the idea is that you put the glasses on Puppy, and then you know where to find them. I think you're meant to undo them, like to make them sit properly. I don't. I balance them because I'm Tory and I'll do what I want. Within reason. Okay? Within reason. I was going to say that sounded rather dramatic. Okay. So, I've sold a record. That is at home. I've sold 2 records. But it is, I'll show you the album. It's actually I've got the CD. I bought the album, don't know why. So when I sell records, almost always it is my personal collection that I'm getting rid of. Because I had the CD. It's just stupid having both. But this album is awesome. It's Cake Fashion Nugget. And if you probably need to be a little bit older, which most of us are. I think my average viewer's average. YouTube sends you stats. It's about 50-50 male-female. But age is generally, I think, very late 20s, but predominantly 33 upwards. Yeah, I'm my viewer. I'm going right up into late 60s, which I think is dope as hell. I love it. But yeah, this song, Cake did this song called He's Gone. Oh, it's called The Distance, but it's He's going the distance. He's going for speed. He's all alone in a time of need. No, I've got those words all wrong, okay? But you know the song. She's all alone in a time of need because this one guy's just driving around and around in a race car track. It's a freaking cool song. One of my favorite songs. Like, I love it. Anyhow, who cares? I've had it for a while. I think I took a deal on this one. Ian bought it. Thank you, Ian. Ian paid $50 for it. I think I paid originally, because I worked at a big box retailer, I think I paid 40. All up, it was just to get it out of the house. So that was that one. Ian, thank you. Enjoy cake. I hope you are playing it because it's cool as. Now, that was sadness music. We lose today, guys. Come here. Today, friends, hi. Look up for a second. Bow your head. Pay homage. Today we lose a friend, but they're going to a friend. Okay? A friend that goes to a friend. Yes, Brianna, I'm looking at you, mate. But you were looking at something else. We say goodbye to Ushy Care Bear. It makes me sad, but it's what happens. It is what happens, friends. All right, mate, you're going to Brianna. She's going to look after you. She's going to care about you. You're a little bit too hard to give a proper hug to, but I do wish you well, and I wish you all the best. You're on your way. You're on your way. Oh, tender heart. Brianna, look after this guy. And I paid $1 for it and sold it for 12. Plus post. Thank you, Brianna. I appreciate you. But guys, yeah, if you are new to the channel, we've got a thing for Care Bears, and I think it's because of the Flipper family that maybe there aren't many Care Bears left in op shops anymore. But yeah, that's a cute sale. That makes me happy. It's going to a new home. Oh, okay. Hang on. Just let me do something. All right, guys, I know for you that was just a fraction of a second. It was actually about 5 minutes. I just needed to get 2 items that I couldn't readily get, and it would have just been stupid footage, so I didn't bother. Okay, so I also wanted to tell you guys, like I know I mentioned the whole battery thing, but this is an example of why it's important to always remove the batteries, because some time ago, and this is why I harp on about it, because a lot of people go, oh, it's a bit of overkill. I actually had a button battery pop open, and it hit me in the face. Didn't cut or anything, but just gave me a really bad fright, and it could have been a lot worse. So yeah, batteries over time swell and get under pressure, and bad things can happen. Okay, so this one here, I bought this used to be mine. I bought a limited edition DC Deceased Funko Pop. It gave me the Joker as a zombie, but inside it there was a pop pin, which I didn't purchase it for. I had a friend who worked at a place that sells this stuff, and I got the whole thing for $35 or something. So yeah, I sold this. This has been in my stock for a while. It's a pop vinyl, Funko Pop vinyl Batman. And yes, I collect Batman, but that I don't really care for. So it was $16.50 plus post. So I'm grateful for that. And the other item I picked off camera, just because it's up and behind you, excuse me please, was this Country Road Men shirt. Excuse me. It's a really nice shirt. I do like it. I picked it up for $4 and I sold it for $29 plus postage. So both nice purchases, both nice sales there. They all pay the bills, don't they, guys? So like I said, with this sort of stuff, the clothing, I don't mind. It's a bit of a pain to photograph, but if I get that return, I'm okay with it. Sorry, I'm just folding it back up neatly, or neater. I'm trying to get better with my clothes. How's that? Is that all right? That's without a shirt folder. That's just me. But that's how the customer will get it. So I'm trying to be more mindful. All right, so this book I've had for ages, right? And I am still, it's a good sale. I'm really glad of it. Tub 32. It's an old book, that's for sure. Like whoever bought it, and I'll thank them in a second. I'll just remove all. Oh my god, I've got a lot of wrestling figures in here. I should put them in. Yeah. As always, guys, the wrestling stuff continues to not sell for me. I don't know what it is, because I check sold comps. I know they are figures that do sell. They just don't sell for me. I'm going to have to lift all these out. Don't know if you guys remember, I got all these Scooby-Doo figures. There's been interest, but they haven't sold either. I got them at the market. I'm just selling them as a bundle, so if you're into Scooby, make me an offer if they're still in my store, and I'll figure out something for you. But they take up room. But yeah, I've got all these like wrestling figures, and they very rarely move. I'm still glad I got them because the price was cheap, and when they do sell, they go okay. But yeah, I would have thought that they would have been pounced upon. So no, today has been good. I think I'm going to have to venture back out here tomorrow. Well, I hope I have to, because that means there's more sales. But I do want the day, even though I can just do pack and track on Tuesday, I guess, and then do nothing else. But ideally, I would like to have everything squared off, that I don't have to worry about any of it. If I'm going quiet, it's because I know I'm talking so much. There it is. I was afraid I was overlooking the book. It's a small book, but yeah, it's very old. It's a sporting book. I'll show you in 2 seconds. Well, not two, because I want to put all this stuff back in, but soon. And this is another reason why I love reselling. Sales like the one I'm about to show you, unexpected stuff. I love it. I love it. Unexpected little bits and pieces. Yeah, it's just the unexpected stuff that you think to yourself, that would be interesting for someone. And lo and behold, it may take time, but it turns out, yes, it was interesting for someone. This is one of those moments. So for you guys to look at it, you'll go, okay. And for those of you who do book selling, you'll go, yep, I knew it. Okay. And this is why I encourage people who are getting into reselling to consider getting into books. As long as you're comping and checking. Check this out. I paid 50 cents for this nondescript book. You can't even really see what the cover is. But what it is, it's called Cricket and How to Play It by Gilbert Jessup. It's an old book. It's from the Masters of Sport series. I don't really want to touch it much more now that it's... Okay, so it was published in 1925. This book is 100 years old. They were going to throw it in the bin. It's a 100-year-old book. I know I get all hoity-toity about my books. I know I do. You don't throw books out. Okay, and it, friends, I bought it for 50 cents, something like that. Might have been part of a big pile. Certainly wasn't a book I just bought by itself because I'm not into sports. But as a bundle, I would have got it just to save it from the bin. Now, bear in mind, I had a 15% promotion off my books. I still sold it for $67.15 plus shipping. And I'd like to say, I may say your name wrong, my friend, but Hajrudin, thank you so very much for buying from me. Here is your book. I hope you enjoy it. It's a little 100-year-old book. Beautiful. Can't go wrong. Okay, so the next thing that we're picking today is a record, and it is from a viewer and constant attendee of our live streams, Beck. All right. So Beck writes, thank you so much, Tori, because I send out an offer. Thank you so much, Tori. Another one for my partner's birthday coming up in 2 weeks. Wasn't expecting an offer, but I am very grateful. Loving the live YouTube streams and all your content. Thank you so very much, mate. Big hugs to you. Big hugs to your partner, and happy birthday. I hope you enjoy what this lovely lady has got for you. Now, what Beck did purchase, I'll just bring up the photo. It's not the best because it was all sealed. It just photographed really poorly. But she knows me as a seller and that I look after my stuff. So this is Slipknot the Grey chapter on vinyl. And it's a fantastic album. I'm a fan of Slipknot. I have this on CD, once again. Don't need to double down on it. But yeah, this song was written... This album, actually, the Grey chapter, is written because one of the band members, Paul Gray, passed away, R.I.P. Yeah, it's still their, trademark heavy sound, but there's a tinge of sadness all the way through it. You can tell they really, really miss their friend, and it's actually a beautiful, beautiful album. If you're into heavier stuff, it's a great album, and yeah, Beck's chosen very wisely there. And also it's a limited edition pink vinyl, so it's heavy as hell, but it's on pink vinyl. Super cool. And yeah, happy birthday, Beck's partner. I hope that you enjoy it, and Beck, you're a legend. So thank you. All right, guys, we're almost done. You guys have been so patient, but there's still more to go, a little bit more to go. That record is at my home. I have a separate area that I categorize as just records, and all the records I've got for sale are in one cube, and then all my personal records are in the other side. I am doing away with a lot of them. Like I said, I bought them probably quite unnecessarily, but I've still got some hip hop albums like Czarface, Run the Jewels, that I do have the vinyls for. I don't know, over time they're worth a fair bit of money if you find the right buyer, particularly the Czarface stuff. It's quite independent. Czarface is cool. It's so bizarre though. One of the MCs from it heard about my book Tin Man, because I've got a soundtrack on the in the book, and one of their songs is in. It's called Lumberjack Match. It's fantastic. If you ever want to hear it, just go to Spotify and type in Lumberjack Match by Czarface. It's Czarface, and that song's on it. And anyhow, one of the MCs asked if I could send them the books, and I did. All the books I'd done to that point, I sent them a copy because I thought this would be fantastic. You know, they're into this. They've got a huge fan base. One of the MCs in the group is a member of the Wu-Tang Clan. I thought, gee, I could really reach out and make it. People would find out about me. He received the book, said thank you, and then never talked about them again. So it cost me $60 to just be a fan and send some books. I don't know why I felt a little bit burnt by that, but I'm sure they get heaps of free stuff and probably don't even have time to read the book. But if you do, it's called Tin Man, and it's a retelling of The Wizard of Oz. It's super violent, but Dorothy's a cage fighter. Tin Man is a gang member, and together they come together to take on the evil forces of Emerald City. It's set in a modern day city. Very proud of it. Okay, so cricket book is done. That's done. Sphero. Okay, tub 38, which is on the ground. I need to clear up around here because this area is becoming congested. Unfortunately though, and I don't know if I should say this out loud in case, because I may break my own promise. I've been thinking at the moment, oh no, it's up here, thank God. I've been thinking at the moment, guys, just with my stock being at the levels it is, yes, I have gone and bought more stuff, like, you know, recently. Yes, it was good stuff. Yes, some of it has sold immediately, but I am still filling up this space when I'm meant to be making space. So I'm so scared of saying this out loud because I know you're going to hold me to it, and I know I'm going to break my own promise. So go figure all that out. But the plan is that for a period of time, and I'm at the moment in my head, I am saying for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, I am not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to do massive thrifting runs. I don't need to. All this stuff up there is unlisted. All that stuff up there is unlisted. Well, some of it. So the plan is for, I would say, 2 weeks, I will only go locally. Won't go to Melbourne because I fill the car when I go to Melbourne. I won't go to Melbourne. I'm going to focus on what is in here. The stuff that I've got in the car still. I've been listing out of the car. And going to try to clear a bit more of this stuff. So that is the plan, and that was not the plan. Note to self, if you get Matchbox cars out of the bag, shut the bag, because otherwise they fall everywhere. I need to also do a bit more Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars. I was waiting because I wanted to get this spinning thing, and I haven't ordered it, and I've been spending other money in other places that I've needed to, but all it's done is resulted in me not doing other bits of my work and not buying other things that I would want or like. All right, so those are those. These are these. And Foghorn Leghorn. This is what I sold. Okay, I'll explain what it is. Some of you may know if you're like little technology nerds like me, or you like just toys, then you'll still know what it is. Okay. So this thing is called a Sphero. It's an app-controlled toy. It was tested by me, and it was fun. But basically, it charges via USB, and then you can make it run around using your phone. It's cool. So I paid, it was $2 for that one, and I sold it for $53.40. I should add that $2. This was in a bag of other toys, but it was $2 for that bag. Okay. One more item to pick from here, then we'll do the packing, friends. We're not going to pack friends. Well, we will be packing 2 friends that are going to friends, but and then this one, which is not an eBay sale, but is going to friends. And the book, which is, oh, okay, there's a pattern. All right, so tub 29. This was a Bob the Builder DVD. I paid $1, sold it for 22 and 7 postage. These are the ABC for Kids discs. So I'll just grab that in tub 29. Something I did notice, a while ago I bought a few, don't know if you guys would have seen the video, but I bought some Dream Machines, the Sony digital clocks. They're very good quality. In the past they've sold well for me. These ones have not really ticked over. They're fairly new listings, but normally they sell for me before this, so I don't know if there's a slowdown. I got them for $5 each, or $4.50 or something from Savers, and I listed them, I believe, for $34. But yeah, they haven't moved as yet. I'm sure they will eventually. Digital clocks are still relevant, particularly for people who really need to get up and don't trust their phone. So this is the Bob the Builder. In this sort of cover, they do well. One of the things you've got to make sure, just because it's a kid's disc, often parents will just let their kids play the disc, and some of these are quite old. So just make sure they're not scratched to heck. I always take a photo. Well, not always, but most of the time. I'll take a photo of these kids' discs to let parents know that they're not going to just screw up in transit on them. Okay, so the very last thing is something that I do have at home. I'll simply need to get the packing bubble wrap from here for it. I'll show you what it is though. And this is one of those ones where I took a substantial hit on this. So originally I listed this at $167.45. It was a fair price. I'm actually going to miss it. I wanted to build this one. I just never got around to it. So it is the Lego Star Wars Dagobah Jedi Training Diorama. It's a fantastic looking set. It is retired, but I took a hit of 35% because it was over 6 months and I'm sick and tired of holding stuff for a very long period. So I've started gutting my older stock, which will then allow me to make better choices when I'm thrifting. A lot of this stuff was bought when I got started, and yes, it is awesome stuff. It is, but it's not what I want to be. It's sort of the same thing that I want to be selling now, but I want to be selling different versions of what I've got and just clear down. I want to have a bit of space up there that I can have a bit of fun. Also, I did notice earlier on one of my tubs, a bird must be getting in here somehow because, yeah, thank God I put the lids on those tubs on the overheads because, yeah, poopies. This was the Lego set that I got, or that I had, and I've sold it now. So it's off to a new home, and that's cool. That's good. That's good. All right, guys, we're going to do the packing part of the video. So the idea behind this is that I just basically give you some ideas of what bits and pieces you can use to pack up your stuff to send it off to your customers. Particularly if you're new getting this into all this, there's a lot of ways you can go about it, and there's a lot of people telling you a lot of different stuff. My advice would be don't make it hard for yourself from the beginning. I'll be talking about places you can get boxes and stuff from, but predominantly I just buy the Australia Post ones. It's just easier to do. It costs more, yes it does, but I also have gone through the early stages of reselling like you guys will have, and even if you've just started the journey now, you do need to save money. I'm now on a high enough postal discount rate that I can afford to do this instead. It's good for me from a time perspective. I get my supplies shipped to me. I don't have to muck around hunting for stuff. The only time now I Frankenstein a box is if something is irregular, whereas in the past, Frankensteining is when you get a normal box and you cut it to your own dimensions, creating a Frankenstein. But yeah, the only time I do that now is if something is really weird, like a Nerf gun or something, then I'll go hunting for boxes. Other than that, I just buy them straight from Aussie Post, or I shall sometimes source my goods from other eBay sellers and just get them sent straight to me. It's a lot easier, a lot easier. Okay, so basically, guys, what happens here is we still talk. Nothing stops. I don't know. Just give me a hot second. I'll go to the car. I'm still going to talk to you, but I'll make sure the mic's still on. Yes, it is. I want to get a bag at the my post office is a licensed post office, not a Aussie post office, and she very kindly, Cheryl, hey Cheryl, I know you don't watch, but you're still amazing to me and Ali. Okay, I don't have any in here. Cheryl gives us bags to pop our post into, so because she knows that we're trying to cut down on time. So essentially, all I do is I just walk up and put the bags over the counter where they're safe, and she just scans them through later. I don't have one here, which means I'm going to have to take stuff out manually, and I won't bore you with that. I will bore you with the popping stuff away though. So I use my business post. You guys should be using it as well, because the more you use it, the cheaper your post does become, particularly if you're a new reseller. Well, even if you're not, if whoever you are, you should be using it if you're in Australia. Okay, so let's quickly just jump back in here. And all I do is, because it's on camera, I just quickly write the customer's name on the front, because I'm going to print out mailing labels to at home. So it's actually, I don't know, thank you for buying, but you've got an interesting name. I don't, I don't even know how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to try to. But I do appreciate the person who bought the Bob the Builder. Thank you. And I am sorry, but I would butcher it. M-K-Y-E. I am now going to try to Mickey. McKay. I am very sorry. I don't like getting people's names wrong because, obviously, for my whole darn life, thanks, Mum, calling me Tory. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the name, but one, it's a conservative political party in England, and also people have called me Troy, Tony, Kobe, Troy, Rory, everything but 52 freaking years. 52 years, Mum. It's your fault. It's your fault. I guess it is actually. It is her fault. Mum, it's your fault. Okay. So what I am doing, I've ordered them now. I've ordered plastic bags to store my my clothes into after they're listed. But I have made the decision that when I send them, I'm not going to send them in plastic in that plastic bag because they cost money. I was going to. A few people do still send them out in their plastic bags because they're worried about the satchels ripping. I think in this circumstance I'm going to take that risk and just live with it. Craig. It's a lovely shirt, Craig. I hope you enjoy that. I make the assumption that eventually someone might watch this content and one day they'll see their thing being packed and know I cared enough to talk about it. So that's just what's happening, guys. If you go, well, he says thank you to everyone. Well, yeah, because I don't know who's looking. Okay, so Sphero there. I'm going to give that a bit of bubble wrap and just chuck it in a satchel. It's quite durable. But we save money where we can. And with my Band 5, guys, just so as you know, this is an example. Some things, when I send them off, they can cost me, and you'll see, yeah, you can see what I'm doing. They can cost me so little. Like, you know, some of the stuff that goes within the state in a small satchel, it may literally only cost me $6 to send. So it doesn't hurt for me to use a bit of extra bubble wrap, and you know I can make it into, like that Sphero is now in that much protection. Laughing. Nothing's going to happen to it. You know, otherwise you could, if you really thought something was if it was going to get wrecked, you would just simply put it into a box. And if I had those smaller boxes now, the rubber duck boxes, then I probably would. But as it is, I don't. So Sphero. And then, yeah, I'll have all this stuff ready to go. And I do really like the process of just dropping off at the post office and leaving. You know, I used to handwrite all of my orders, and this is only up. It's only up until recently. I was handwriting all of my orders. It's if you are lucky enough. Oh, actually, let me tell you something. I waited till I got the label printer and all the rest, and you know that was through the generosity of Black Eye Joe, who I've now met, who is now a friend from, you know, in real life. But if it wasn't for him giving me that, I probably would have pushed myself over. My pack and track doing this sort of stuff, like I take longer because I'm talking to you, and I do honestly believe that little things, little nuggets of information can be taught during this. And they're lessons that I'm learning myself. Don't think I'm coming across as the teacher. I'm coming across as the student who is repeating the lesson. I hope that makes sense, because that resonates with me. I'm a student repeating a lesson. Yeah, all these things just me telling you what I've done, what I've learned. But I used to handwrite all of my parcels. It would take 2 to 3 hours to handwrite them, to pack them, prepare them, before I just started buying supplies. And that is why I buy supplies now. I would love the weekend sales. I would hate the weekend pack and track. And now, if it wasn't for the fact I talk about it, and I love talking about it, but if I wasn't talking about it, I would be absolutely doing this so much faster and being so much more efficient. This part of the day is inefficient, but I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary for me as much as it is for you. I don't even know what that was, but it scared me. You probably would have, I don't know. My reactions aren't that intense when I get a fright, but that gave me a fright. Sound like plastic snapping or breaking? Don't know. I am packing the book, and it's a $67 book, which is why it's getting even more bubble wrap, and then it's going into a tightly packed padded mailer. Because if someone cares that much about a 100-year-old book to pay all that money, I'm going to care enough to nothing's happening to that book. And then even more, nothing is going to happen to this book. Not on my watch. Not on my watch one little bit. And you know what? Sometimes you lose. So where this person lives, every chance that I don't know where Gosnells is in WA, but this may be a rural one for me, which means I might lose $2 in post. I don't care. I want it to get there. It's so important, guys. Okay. Now the records I send in rigid mailers. They cost me about $3.40, and then the postage is about $14.95 for a record. With my band discount, I do tend to save a little bit from that. Not a great deal, but it's still the right way to do things. Okay. The Ushi is going, well, very, very close nearby. I didn't realise that Brianna was a local, about 12 minutes away from me. But it is one of those funny things, though, just because I do respect the fact that some people want to stay on the other side of the screen, and I do respect that. It's just one of those things. Everyone has their own personal space, and just because they watch me on YouTube or whatever doesn't mean they want to meet or catch up or anything like that. It's funny, I used to get a bit of a bugbear about it. Like, there have been times that through necessity or whatever, I've reached out because I've had the means to reach out and try to FaceTime or video call people who watch, and they haven't picked up or haven't even tried to call back. But I get it. I am sometimes not too friendly, but I think, I need to find something out, or I need to help someone. So I've reached out and it hasn't been reciprocated. And I was like, getting all butthurt about it. I'm like, hang on. Just because you're okay to pick up the phone, some people are really weird about the phone. It's funny, though, in the old days, and I'm old enough to say the old days now. I'm not saying I'm old, I'm middle-aged, but Brianna, thank you. I absolutely have I know that when you were little, the phone rang, you picked it up because there was no caller ID. Like kids who grow up nowadays with caller ID, mobile phones, it's funny. The more people have the opportunity to connect and talk to each other, the less they want to. When I was growing up, and anyone in their 50s or even probably late 40s would remember the corded telephone, like kids, Grandpa Flip here. In the old days, your phone was actually tied to the wall with a cord. You couldn't move away. You had about 2 meters range if you were lucky. Cordless phones, jeepers, when they came in, that was a game changer. But you'd pick up the phone because there was no caller ID. Someone would pick up the phone because that was your connection to the outside. There was no internet. There was no email. There was nothing like that. Even I remember fax machines coming in. I thought it was amazing. You could write on paper and send the picture to someone else as long as they had a machine that understood it. Freaking crazy stuff, guys. Crazy on the yard. Okay. So, get some more. The only thing So yeah, the point I was making is, even though I live right near them, I'm sure that even though I've got the address here, they don't want me just showing up at their house and saying, "Hi, I'm Uncle Flip. Here's your delivered item." I'm sure they'd rather just get it in the mail and see their purchase on YouTube. Of course, Browno, if I'm wrong, let me know and you can join our Flip family coffee lunch catch-up. I still want to do it. I've had a few people say, if you do it, Flip, I'll come. So I still want to do it. All right, cutie, you're not going to drown in this one, so just get in and have a good trip. Say hello to your new family for me. Give them a bit of a squeezies. Rhiannon, this is yours, mate. Bloody awesome. Love it. We're getting there, guys. Doing a good job. Thank you for putting up with me. I do appreciate it. It's no small thing putting up with this old galoot telling you things. Oh, okay. So what I've been doing with these, are my boxes there? Yeah. So this one may not be quite as bad because it's a slightly different dimension. Not like another dimension to go into for time and space. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That'll do it. So what I do, hopefully the last time I'll have to do it, is I put these into boxes. It's not ideal. So I don't, I know it's not ideal. So I'm getting the new boxes, guys. Then I'll be able to show you myself my version of what Rubber Duck Rye does. His way is far more methodical, whereas mine will still get them there, but it's a lot more slap shot. Okay, so I'll get this here. And all I do is, basically, I just wedge it in and fill up the space and put it into a small box. And whilst it does not look very pretty, and it doesn't, because as you can see, but I do tape it all down, it makes it there. I've never had a mug break sending them like this. So I prefer the way that Rye does it, and I'm going to do it that way, but this way does work. And if you're pressed for time or materials, guys, this way does work. It just doesn't look great, but the item will get to the customer. The item will be okay. I'm just going to use the tape gun for this one. No, I'm not. Do I have a spare roll? Yes, I do. Ali's very naughty. So little basic things I'm going to throw into the mix here, just so as you know some of the stuff that we do use, and I'm not being a smarty pants. I think you guys know that. This device is called a tape gun. I'm not being stupid. Not everyone knows everything. It allows you to refill very easily. You simply get your tape, push it over like that, get the end of the tape. This is the only difficult part for me. You pull that bit down here, pull this in and over onto the runner, let go, and you're finished. These ones also do, I never use it because I should, but this does have a blade cover to stop you from hurting yourself. The blades are super sharp, and then to use it, it's pretty straightforward. All you're doing is down, on, and it just basically just lets you flick the tape out a lot faster. But yeah, like I said, it's certainly not the best way to send a mug, but it is protected. I could drop this and it would bounce and not break. And all I want is for that item to get to the customer. So I am still pleased with that. No one's ever said I didn't care with my packaging, because when you open it up, you can see all the packing I've put in there. Does it look like it's all pretty as a picture? Hell no, it doesn't. But no one can say that I haven't wrapped it properly. So that's going to Peter. It's a nice mug. I love the fact that he got it. Royal Dalton, very, very famous and respected brand too. So that's awesome. Now this one, I am going to... one thing I do, guys, is I've got a really cheap shredder, and it only lets me feed through 5 bits of paper at a time. But what I do with it is I actually... when I get old supermarket bags, because I must admit, I don't reuse those paper ones, I put them through the shredder, and then I take out the brown paper and it becomes packing material. So that's a thought for you guys too. If you've got a cheap shredder and you've got a whole heap of supermarket bags that you know you're never going to reuse, do that. Otherwise, I'll be a little bit cheeky, because Ali's got some on her desk. You can buy crafting paper like this. It's cheap, and basically, let's have a look here. So, I love you, Ali. So I found out the other day, it was so funny. We got home, she goes, "Oh, I've ordered supplies," and I said, "Oh, okay, cool." She goes, "Yeah, I've got you some," and I said, "You don't have to get that for me, hon. I can get my own stuff." And she goes, "I've been using it." So she'd been helping herself to my packing boxes and other bits and pieces. And so she was replacing it all, bless her heart. She didn't have to replace it either. It tears really easily. And what a lot of people do with this stuff, it's more for appearance. Like, we don't get a lot of catalogs and things delivered to us. So you could just crumple normal paper up, or, you know, butcher's paper, which is also cheap. But I'm going to quickly just check to see how much they paid for their shipping. That does determine sometimes what you put the stuff into. Okay, so they paid $15, which is a lot for that, to be honest. But let's honour it, and we will pack it up a little bit better, because I dare say stuff like this is going to be something that this person is collecting. I doubt it will come out of its package. So let's get it to them in satisfactory condition. Like I said, I do care about my stuff arriving to my customers in good condition. I care about the fact that, you know, I've got 100% positive feedback. I always try to get stuff removed if there is negative, unless I deserve it. But I would say most of us, most of the time, don't deserve negative feedback. It happens, but we don't deserve it. Which may sound all sooky or whatever, but I know that most of us out there in the space try very hard with our packing, and even when I accidentally tape up something that I don't mean to. Okay. But even that works out. Oh, well, it didn't then, but I was going to say even then sometimes the tape falling out helps. So I'm just chucking it in there, but see how there's a bit of room on each side? So all we do is you just get paper or something, shove it in the sides just to avoid the jostle, because that's the thing, you don't know with the stuff that you sell, is the person keeping it for collection? Like, is it something you don't know? That, like, the person who bought this pin may have been looking for it for the longest time, and they go, well, that completes my DC deceased collection, which if it does, I'm so pleased. But yeah, you never know why someone's buying, what they're buying it for. It may need to be a present for someone else, so we try to get the stuff to them in as good a condition as we can. Sounds preachy, but it is my philosophy. Even when you see me stuffing Care Bears into plastic bags, I know those satchels can withhold the trip. So it's fun to do it, but it is done with care. Okay, so let's see here. So that's going to Mariah. Thank you, Mariah. Okay. Time's now 12:36, so we're making pretty good time considering. I think I was crapping on about it being past 11 or something earlier, but I think we've also had a really solid chat today, and I do hope that that has helped. Just got a sale just then, literally just then. Do we just do this one and talk about it? We may as well. Oh no, it's at home. So I recently listed the username looks like a repeat customer. Where does it tell me? Repeat buyer, repeat buyer. Anyhow, I sold Mario Party Island 3DS video game. It was in a death tub pile. I paid $2 for it, and it just sold for $35 plus shipping. So I shall take a little bag at home. I've got the customer's name here. Tim, thank you for the purchase. And we will get that done as well. Love when that happens. Tim Mario. Okay. Also, I do need to get the packing for the Lego. And I've got the cardboard at home ready to Frankenstein up a box. So that part is also okay. Because I do a bit of packing at home and here, I've got 2 tape guns, 2 tape dispensers. And once I get my stock levels, if I get my stock levels under control, I will eventually just bring everything here and get it out of the house. It was kind of funny and troubling. Earlier, Ali was saying to me, I didn't realize, and bless her heart, she watches some of the videos later that I've done. I mean, she doesn't have to, she lives with it, but she's like, no, I like knowing. She's like, as you're talking, and it's funny, you know, she's one of my biggest teachers in eBay. I think in some ways, I don't know, we sell both roughly the same. We've got roughly the same 90-day totals, but I do think in her own beautiful way, she is, how do I say it? Sometimes I feel like she's better than I am at this. And she's like, you don't be silly and don't undersell yourself. she said to me, and it really meant a lot, but she was like, you don't realize, like, I learn a lot off you when I watch the videos, and you're just talking as you're working, and all of a sudden you'll say something, and I'll think to myself, I didn't think of that. Why didn't I think of that? So I hope that is something that also flows through to you guys. That would mean a lot to me if it did. Now this is one of the fun ones, so Blue, I'll catch you later. Nah, it's gonna fit in a small satchel fine, so I can't even do the get in there. Get in there. And then the last one I'll pack up is the order for the girls. And we'll be done for today. And then I just have to go home. I'm going to have some lunch. And then I'll be listing the afternoon. I've already got the stuff at home and in the car that I want to list. Melanie, this Blue's Clues. Awesome. Now, let's have a look-see here. Let's have a look-see. We've got to fit Rex in to this. So now we're packing the girls' order. This was the private order. Yeah, and like I said, guys, if you do want to buy directly from me, there's ways and means. Just contact me through Instagram and we'll make it happen. You'll save a little bit. I mean, at the end of the day, it's sort of one of those funny ones where I think most people get it, but occasionally I'll get someone going, oh, watch your show, can I have it a lot cheaper? And I'm like, if you watch my show, you realise this is my only source of income. So please be gentle please be gentle with this heart of mine. Yeah, it's just one of those funny things I think people forget. Or they'll see something, this has happened a couple of times now, they'll see something in my store and they'll just ask for it. Can I have that? Yeah, you can. Or it's tough because I am so lucky that people are so generous and they send me stuff. And you guys know that. I struggle with that something, like it makes me teary because it's like I only started this channel, and you guys know I love you. You do. It's I know it's such a throwaway thing. Oh, I love you. I do. I think multiple times you guys have saved me from depression, from loneliness, because a lot of stuff has been happening in my life, and not all of it is good. Some of it is, you know. And Ali can't bear the burden of, you know, the shit that goes through my brain, like a little bit of depression, the autism, you know, the undiagnosed ADHD. I thought about looking into that because a lot of people have said I display traits of it, and I have no issue with that. I would like to know, but I don't want to be medicated. And I spoke to my psych and I said, look, any chance I've got this? Is this a thing? And he goes, yeah, absolutely. You do display a lot of the traits and mannerisms of that, but do you care? And I said, no, I just wanted to know. And he goes, that's good, because the test for it is about $2,000. I didn't know that. And it maybe if you order a test through doctors or something, it isn't the case. But yeah, it was an eye opener. It's like, he's like, how badly do you want to know if you've got ADHD? And I said, oh, I do want to know. He goes, $2,000 worth of knowing? I said, no. No, I'm happy with my life. I just wanted to know. Let's just get the rest of that in. So this is for the girls. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to weigh it when I get home. So I'm not going to seal it shut here. Actually, it's over 500 grams. It's over 500 grams. See, girls, bubble wrapped. Nothing is moving. Uncle Flip looks after the family. But no, if you want to buy, like I said, if you want to buy stuff off me directly, 100%, just hit me up on Instagram. and I'll work out a little bit of a deal, but please be aware that as stupid as it sounds, this is not a hobby for me. It is what I do for my work. So I will always work out a better deal, but you've got to bear in mind, it's only happened once or twice where someone's asked for something, I've given them a price, and where like one of them was like an item that was worth about $200, and I said I'll do it for roughly 100, and then they never got back to me. It's like, I know I bought it for like this amount because you saw the video where I got it from an op shop or wherever, but that's how much I found it for when I went out and got it. You guys get it. I'll just write girls on there. By the way, I am not being facetious or anything. They are ladies, but I said on the video, who should I thank? Because they don't want their names on the video. And they've both been very lovely. I've got a lot of time. And they just said, I said, do you want me to just call you the girls, the ladies? And they said, well, people just call us the girls. So there you go. The girls it is. I'm sending it to the girls. That was a good sesh, guys. I feel like I got a lot done. We packed a lot of stuff. I've got more stuff to 4 items to pack at home. But we got it done. I'm stoked on it. All right. Pop this in the car. Then we'll get ready to go. I feel like this is the tough bit. Oh, I forgot to say. 2 things I got to do. 2 things I got to do first. So the other day, I'll show you guys saw My Little Pony that walked and pranced and everything. Well, I found another one, and this isn't it. This is a for real dog, but I didn't get I didn't take the batteries out, and as I said, I do not want to get my customers hurt. I don't want to hurt my stock, so I had to buy batteries last night when I was out because I forgot to take these ones out of this puppy. But yeah, I found another one of the Prancing Twilight Sparkle ponies. I should actually get that down to show you, but that's too small, too big. I was able to test the other one this morning and it works. So yeah, I'm thrilled about that, which means I have managed to... Ellie laughed and she goes, so that means you've already done $250 worth of listings. And I said, yeah, because I'd already got the listing ready. It was just pending it working, which it does. So that's a win. I will confess, I'm not super keen on the fact that a bird can get in here and crap on top of my tubs, because I've got other boxes up there too. I don't want to have to... I'll have to get plastic and just cover everything just to be sure. Yeah, see, I left the sea cells in there. They're all fine, but that's not the point. So now I'll just take them home. Somewhere in one of my tubs, I actually have a thing called a battery daddy. It's a case for carrying batteries, and I do need to find it. I'll have to... I was going to list it because they are worth a bit, but I've got enough spare batteries now. I should just keep them all in there. All the battery daddy does is basically look after the batteries and make sure that they're not touching each other, which means they're essentially not leaking. All right, boy, you now can no longer speak. May the force be with you. Okay. Back up there. So, can I get her out of here? No. Yes. Okay, so this is the toy that I've got 2 of now. This one, though, was bizarre. Whoever had it braided her hair, and I haven't flattened it out yet. So it's being sold like that. The other one is the proper way it's meant to be without the braiding, and the hair is a lot flatter. So it is just something that, you know, I'll have 2 of them going because it's tested and it works. So that's a good thing. All right. We shall do that indeed. I just missed a phone call then. I know, from my oldest friend Tony, who I've known for 50 years. So I'll have to call him when I head home. That's done, that rubbish is done. Guys, we're done. All right, so I doubt I'll be coming back again today. I've spoken to you guys for quite a bit. I'm going to be listing. I'll see you guys on the live tonight. Can't wait for that. It's always fun, isn't it? Going to go and get some stuff for my lunch now from across the road. And I just want to let you guys know, you are the freaking best. I do appreciate you. And every day that we get to talk is a day that I feel absolutely blessed. So if you're still here now, thank you so very much. And if you're not, then you just missed out. But I still care about you anyhow. Like, subscribe, become a channel member, guys. That helps the absolute most. And I cannot wait to see you guys on the next video. Bye.